Good afternoon, my dears. In this video, I will give you hypnosis for weight loss. There are a lot of women and men in the world today who suffer from the problem of excess weight. Both in real life, that is, it exists in reality, and fictional. That is, your weight is normal, but in pursuit of trends, in pursuit of. The opposite sex likes you wildly. You try to drive yourself into big frames. To begin with, determine whether you are really overweight or fictitious. And let's get started with you after you give yourself the answer to this question. Such hypnosis must be listened to every day for a month. You're the perfect one. It is clear that in the modern world you will probably miss, but here. The power of motivation, how important it is for you to really lose weight. Someone is still skeptical about the word hypnosis. And a lot of people probably turned on this video with the thought, well, let's hypnotize me, so that I don't want to eat anything there. Whatever you come up with, do it, encode me so that I don't eat. It doesn't work that way. I will say right away that all these shamanic rituals, all these coding, all these hypnosis on stage, have nothing to do with real help, with the help of hypnotherapy. How hypnosis works, which I, the medical one, will conduct, it works in such a way that, first of all, the person himself must want to. It is impossible to inspire you with anything without your consent to it. That is, if I arrange dances with tambourines, invent anything, portray the coolest techniques, and you sit inside yourself like this, come on, you won't hypnotize me, you won't hypnotize me. Well, come on, well, maybe I'll give you a chance, and then I'll tell you that it doesn't work. That is, it is pointless to treat this story like this. You can just turn off the video immediately at this point. But it won't do any good. People who don't yet know how hypnosis works, real hypnosis that can help, maybe you should start with other techniques, with meditation, with self-knowledge, with Ericksonian hypnosis, and then move on to this. Here in Hypnosis for Weight Loss, you should already be ready for what I will do with you. That is, you and I will find the first source, the root cause. We use several metaphors. Perhaps some of them will be very offensive and especially vulnerable. People will want to turn off the video right away. Okay, you're right. But I use these metaphors not to announce or offend anyone, but to influence the psyche. I will also use programming elements and help you self-program. Programming is what the essence of a person consists of. We are used to certain things. External stimuli, to react to certain events in some way. And these are some programs embedded in our installations. And we get the same thing. And when you change the program, get rid of the old ones and replace them with new ones, then your life will flow in a new stream, and you will be able to achieve results much faster, much more efficiently than you will bang into the same wall for the 100th time, and again say that nothing works for me. I have nothing, it didn't work out, that even hypnosis doesn't work for me. Therefore, first of all, you need to want to, then trust and accept these programs, accept these installations. It takes at least a month for them to become yours, and it takes time. It is impossible to go to the gym. Shake your abs once and pump it up for life. Yes, it will be beautiful. It's the same with hypnosis. It is impossible to go into hypnosis once and that's it, and get the result. Lose weight, yes. Hypnosis is such a long-term treatment. I don't want to say drugs, yes, but a long-term treatment. If some vitamins, let's better call vitamins that, when they have a cumulative effect, still have their effect, although I am also weak in this, and so you have caught the essence for 30 days. Preferably, it should be a morning program. But if you don't have time in the morning, you can do it in the evening. You can do it in the morning and in the evening. Now look for yourself at what point in the video, where I explain, the hypnosis itself will end and begin. And come back to this point, look through it. What's going to happen next? At this time, during hypnosis, it is best to take some kind of comfortable position if it is lying down. I do not recommend the first weeks, especially if you are a novice hypnosis practitioner. There is a great risk that you will fall asleep. Of course, it's great that you fall asleep, reboot, and your subconscious mind will continue to listen to my voice. However, I recommend doing this practice completely in a conscious state. Not that tension, but concentration. That is, you have to be collected and focused. You want to work. This is not a bedtime meditation to fall asleep. This is not a meditation to relax, to open your chakras. This is hypnosis in order for it to work. And that's the job. It's not for relaxation. Therefore, those who are ready can sit comfortably. If it is a sitting position, it will be perfect. And you can keep your eyes open. Or you can trust the space and close your eyes. In order for our practice to be comfortable, first you need to let go of all thoughts. Letting go of all thoughts is something that you and I will always do. It is impossible to put a clean new program on a running series of different grunts in your head. Which will change your life. Therefore, the more carefully you try to expel thoughts every time they come to your mind, the better. If this does not happen, it's okay. Imagine a switch spinning like on an old radio, where you can just turn down the sound. And when these thoughts come to your mind, you can turn them off and make them a little quieter. If you can turn it off completely, it will be perfect. Do this every time. You listen to my voice and relax. Your body relaxes. Check which part of the body is still in tension. And relax him. Take a deep breath. Exhale. And relax him. Now take a deep breath. Exhale. And relax him even more. Now find the area of your body that is directly opposite. Check if he is relaxed. If not, inhale. And with an exhale, we relax. Take a walk with your inner eye. Follow my words, according to the parts of the body that I will name. Check if they are relaxed. If not yet, then we inhale and relax with exhalation. We turn off all grumbling thoughts like a switch. Brain. The tip of the right ear, the left nostril, the right eye, is the hand in which you usually hold the phone and the finger with which you usually write messages. Throat. Your left breast. The back is completely from bottom to top. Imagine how a pleasant massage with an invisible hand passes over your back and relaxes all the muscles, especially the clamped ones. Do not forget to breathe your knees with your left palm. Your hair, or their absence. Feet. Left, right, right, left. All the ambient sounds that you can hear contribute to a deeper immersion in trance, more productive work. Inhale, exhale. Let go of all thoughts. Turn off the switch. My voice will not be heard for 15 seconds. There should be a rolling tumbleweed in your head where there is nothing. Imagine the most heavenly island on this planet. The most beautiful. With the most beautiful trees. With the most amazing birds. Unusual animals. This is a paradise island where there is no one. Not a single living soul. And now. Where you are now. A chair, a bed, a sofa. Feel your body touching this object. Try to squeeze the handles with your hands. Squeeze the surface that comes under your hands. Squeeze and press the button that will be under your finger with any hand. Okay, that's good. By pressing a button, your armchair, sofa, bed, or chair turns into a time machine. Everyone has their own transformation. Perhaps some kind of glass will appear on top, protective, some kind of dome. Perhaps you're already starting to take off and you feel it. By pressing a button, your time machine comes into action. She's coming to life. And on the dial in front of you, you will choose the year and the time when you liked yourself the most. That state of the body is ideal. You may have had muscle relief, or the ideal weight, or the same weight, but you felt yourself in it naturally. You accepted yourself for who you are or who you are. Find this day in your life story, this period when you felt as confident as possible. Good. Now, when I count from 1 to 5, your time machine will transport you to this day. This morning. And 1. Everything starts to dissolve. Good. Your time machine is starting to rise. 3. You feel great how she started moving and is already moving, perhaps even very close to this place. 4. We are flying over this uninhabited island with amazing animals and wonderful flowers, and it will be 5 soon. Not yet, but it will be soon. You will find yourself in the morning of that day of your most ideal body condition. The body that you would like to return to, and perhaps improve and make even better. Take a breath, exhale. Where did you wake up? What kind of bed is this? Who is next to you? How old are you? How long is your hair? What color is your hair? What kind of clothes are you wearing? What time is it now? What are you doing? Present it in as much detail as possible. I know there's a mirror out there somewhere. Come to him. Look at yourself in the mirror. You are the perfect being. You are the perfect person. The most beautiful. The one that you like well. You can hold your hand over the mirror and feel how the image that you see enters you through your fingertips, and you establish an energetic connection with this image, with yourself. It's you. You have all the strength and resources to make it happen. You have all the strength and resources to become this body, to possess this body. It's already yours. The more carefully you run your hand over your image, over those parts of the body that you particularly like, the more the neural connection will copy this image into your brain and allow you to put desires in the first place as a primary task, like a beacon in your wall, in your head. Maybe one of the first ones. Great. Try to scan it completely. If your hands are moving in the air right now, that's perfect. Recreate these movements. Great. Now, with the same movements of the hand, swiping over your image, collect it. Collect it into a big ball. Move your hands in the air. Collect a large warm energy ball. And you are holding this ball in your hands. What is he like? What color is it? What is the diameter? Is it warm or cold? Big or small? This ball is a symbol of what you are going for. Like the sun that shines. And he doesn't care who his rays fall on. Now let this ball into your heart. Inhale, exhale, and feel the pleasant warmth enveloping your body from head to toe and spreading through it. This image is with you. It is encoded in your body. Your molecules, every part of your body now knows where to go, what to strive for. They copied this image completely, like a scanner. They created a copy, and now, having established an energy connection, they are moving towards it. Good. And you. And in this image, you like yourself. You have a beautiful relief. A toned body. A slender, attractive person feels confident. You feel that everything in life is working out. And now let's continue this day already in this image. Continue your day. Well, my voice is sounding, and maybe it tells you something. Continue your day in an ideal image, in as much detail as possible. In as much detail as possible. What are you doing? What subjects do you touch? How many times do you go to the toilet? What are you doing there? Who's with you? Who is hugging you? Who are you hugging? What words are you saying? Recreate this image. And now I'm going to count from 5 to 10. Meanwhile, you will move into a time machine. You will sit in it in this image and translate the year, month, and day. For your future. for your immediate future. Where are you in modern life? In this life, in a new life, in my future life. You have the same body. The same or even better. 5. 6. Your time machine starts up and sweeps through a fabulous island. It rushes in the opposite direction through today to the future, where you have reached this body. 7. 8. 9. 10. Get out of the time machine and look around. What have you achieved? What is your life like? Who is next to you? You have this body. Did it meet your expectations? Does this body give you what you decided to change it for? Good. Now live your day. It's like it's going to rewind. Start from the end. The end is when you sleep and the day is over. Then imagine how you prepare for sleep in this body, in this image that you have achieved, who's next to you. Then imagine dinner. Where are you having dinner and with whom? As detailed as possible. Imagine a day. What are you doing? What are you doing? Present in detail. Aha. Now every time you listen to my low voice, you will immerse the trance even deeper, and when you listen to the gentle, soft, quiet and caring, you will be as if to awaken and realize the space and reality around the spring. Visualize lunch in your new ideal image that you have achieved. What kind of clothes are you sitting in? What kind of food do you eat? Where? At home? At a restaurant? What city is this? What time of year? Time of day. After all, everyone has lunch when they have lunch. Now imagine the time after waking up in the morning. What are you doing? What you do, how you feel in your new body. And then there's your morning, your wonderful, pleasant morning when you wake up a happy person from the fact that you have the most amazing, the most wonderful, the most beautiful body. It's yours. Yours completely, every bit of it. Good. Now, before you wake up in the morning, you are still asleep, you are still deeply and soundly asleep. and you're dreaming. A beautiful, vivid dream. Where you're walking down the road. This road through the field. In the dark. Or at dusk. And you get to the forks. It's a fork in the road, like a fork in your election. On the one hand, you see your ideal image in the distance. It's like being on a pedestal. Superman. The person you want to be, the person you are gradually becoming. With perfect habits, perfect looks, perfect habits, perfect surroundings. Who do you want? Where do you want? Provide as much detail as possible. And this path is illuminated with light. There's a second way. It's very dirty in there for some reason. So many unnecessary, body-clogging foods. Which are of no use whatsoever. Only garbage, slagging. Some fleeting pleasures that are over very quickly. And like a drug, we need more. And there's a tired man standing on a pedestal. Tired, obese, hunched over. He looks like a pig. He's getting older by the day. And all the food he puts in his mouth contributes to making him decompose faster, get fat, get nasty, disgusting. There's a horrible odor coming off his body. He's scary, he's unpleasant. It discourages all the joys of life. People don't like him, everyone turns away from him. And his ways weaknesses. Every day when we make the choice to eat or not to eat this food or eat another, and make the choice to eat the most awful foods. We're going down that path. Down this path this way. If you want to go there, make the choice to go there. And if you want ease, happiness, love and harmony, there's another road. Where you are happy and content with your life, in a perfect body. It's all interconnected. There is no such thing as a beautiful body in a bad environment. It's empty people who do that. Empty, who have nothing else to do in life. But if you are conscious about your choices, you improve in all areas of your life. You develop, you get better. Every day you make choices, and you make them for yourself and no one else for you. Every day you choose which road you will take, one way or the other, the fat pig or your ideal. It is a very long thorny road, one that leads to the light. The one that leads to the swamp is short. It's very short. It's very possible to go down very quickly. You can get fat very quickly. Let yourself go. And like any swamp, there's no turning back. In this you can mumble and wiggle, and that's how your life ends. Now stretch your arms forward. Imagine where your image of light is, where your image of darkness and dirt is. And in each hand, imagine a symbol or image that represents that choice. Imagine a beautiful, clear image of a beautiful body on one arm. A sludgy, greasy, dirty, smelly image on the other hand. And observe them as they are placed on your palms. With your inner eye, evaluate, compare. Listen to your inner voice. Listen to your inner feelings. How does that lump of negativity, that lump of fat, feel? Now try to visualize them in the form of some symbols of objects, something that is close to you, something that may be in your ordinary life, the image of these things imagine, and now that image, which represents the light, the ideal body. Look at him. See how heavy or light it is. It's a nice touch. Does it glow? What temperature? Now imagine the image you got from the grease and dirt. And you feel uncomfortable and want to get rid of it as soon as possible. Hold it in your hands. Try to put them together. Do the hands want to join hands? And now that fat, disgusting lump. Get rid of him. Throw him away. And as far away as possible. Wipe your hand clean if necessary. Very thorough. To get all the nasty, slimy stuff off your back. Get rid of him. A fresh, good image take now in 2 palms. Let him cleanse that palm where it was vile and filthy. And fill both hands with its light. They're being cleansed. This light corrodes all filth. All the fat. Leaves only solar energy. After all, often an adult doesn't need that much food to survive, to live. After all food in today's world is someone else's business, someone else's marketing. There are so many companies forcing us to buy food, indoctrinating us through healthcare, through buying doctors' opinions, that we need this, that we need to eat meat, fatty foods, salty foods, sweet foods. All products that man has invented are all someone else's marketing and someone else's business. It is all those who are interested to make you buy their products, and a lot of doctors and doctors' misconception when they tell us that our body lacks milk or meat or some other components. Listen only to yourself. This image, which is in your hands, let it into your body. He will give you knowledge at the level of intuition. Listen to him. It's a little light in your soul that knows much better what you need. What you need in this world. To put in what food you should and shouldn't eat. A person can live without food for 40 days. A person does not have to eat all the foods that are prescribed in healthcare. So many nations, like India, Thailand, where people eat grass, sunlight, energy, they are very slim, trimmed with rice, sprouts, wheat sprouts, microgreens. That's what really gives energy, direct energy along with solar energy. This is what the body takes the most out of in its body. It's exactly the same. There are proteins, fats, carbohydrates in different amounts, in different fruits and vegetables. They are there in varying amounts. Our adult bodies don't have to. Shoving all this extra stuff inside of you. Especially fried food, processed food, there is nothing healthy in it. Sugar and salt enhance the flavor sensation in your addiction. You don't eat for the amount you need, you eat for pleasure. Man is accustomed to enjoying life, sex, sweets. And you get it by sublimating your true desires, needs. In communicating with people, self-sufficiency, eating food that you do not need, which only clutters and litter the body, is a huge garbage can of every person's body in the modern world, which lives. I buy food in supermarkets, order in restaurants. These are all foods that make our bodies weaker. All diseases, they come from nerves and food. It is in your power to make choices every day. Every minute. And determine for yourself what you choose to do, where you go. No one else will make that choice but you. It's all a very interesting story. But it can be forgotten and not thought about. Enjoy life, take a breath in, take a breath out. And now I'm going to count down to 1, and you're going to carry over. You can on the time machine, all the same. You can just spread your arms in free flight if you know how to fly. And you'll be whizzing by. Around this lovely island of uninhabited. Around your future. Around your past. around your real life. Just fly while I'm counting. Fly as high as you can. Look down on yourself. 10. 9. 8. And when I count to 1, you'll find yourself here and now in great spirits, in good spirits, energized for the day ahead, the life ahead. 1. You can open your eyes, look around, where you are, wipe your eyes, rub your palms, try not to think about what was, but just stay in this state, relax. If there's an option to not get behind the wheel anytime soon, don't do it. It's better if you make yourself some tea, sit and watch, hit the window. It's best not to socialize with anyone anytime soon. Ideally a couple hours if you have the opportunity. If there is no such possibility, then keep this inner space for as long as possible without chattering energy into the speech apparatus. That is, keep the work that you have done, keep it. Ideally, this exercise is done on a slightly empty stomach, not a super hungry stomach at first, in order to accept this feeling of hunger as normal. When we have wild animals in the wild, they spend a great deal of time starving before they get their food. And so this feeling of hunger, it's normal, it stimulates us, it makes us live. And note that none of the animals from this environment have overweight problems. All have built, strong, trim bodies. And foraging for food, they eat just enough to fill themselves up. And they're done, and then they're gone. Then there's someone else eating, other animals. Try to accept these rules of life, of natural conditions, in order to listen to yourself, to your real desires, what you need and what you don't. And so once you get used to feeling hungry, I recommend you turn on this video, watch it when you're full, when you've eaten. Experiment and do, let's say, 2 times on an empty stomach, 2 times when you've eaten. 2 more times. When you've eaten, let's say, grass, lettuce leaves, vegetables, fruits, natural foods, had a freshly squeezed juice. When you've had a delicious meal. Then experiment when you've eaten something really bad. A cake, fried chicken, potatoes overnight. That's the whole thing, yeah. And during the month try to keep track of your stays, change them, so that they do not get boring. For this technique to work, it needs new initial data. The baseline is just whether you are hungry or you have eaten healthy food, eaten junk food. Before you went to bed you listened, or in the morning you listened, or in the afternoon you listened, yes. Or after practice or before practice. Try to change each time in order for your neural connections to grow such a web around your desire to have a slim body. then you will definitely succeed.